Normal playing guy, and well, here's today's video. They've been out a little time now, so let's have a quick recap and see how well they've been faring. We have an easy A for a sub lead kinda for the Gifted Warriors in Kamehameha. That's nice, right? That's great. Now we have a full on lead, and that is 170% across the board for Gifted Warriors and Kamehameha. Very nice. So a nice category lead. You didn't really use them on Gifted Warriors because it's not really the team that they're on, but nonetheless it's still nice to have a 170% for that. And the Kamehameha, sure, if you don't have anyone else. I mean, there's a bit different here between the base and the Easy 8. 2021, so 3 years is what we're talking about. So let's have a look before and after. So before, 150% to stats on Super, for which your super attack raises the attack for the turn. Okay, so that's something. He had a 70% chance to have two 50% buffs, interesting, which applied separately. And then he had one key up to 3 and stats 10% up to 50 and chance to evade up to 30 with each attack evaded, which is interesting because, well, how do you dodge? Because all these stats seem really nice, but you gotta dodge. Well, the only way you could truly dodge is when you can do this. You evade all attacks in the turn when there is an ally who is Trunks Goten, so sure, yeah. You had to run them then on youth, realistically, ideally. Maybe Super Saiyan, something like that. You kind of just got to had a youth Trunks, like Kid Trunks, Kid Goten. Well, Goten is a kid anyway, realistically. And then you could get it. But then you got to wait to the third turn to build up your stats, which is kind of bonkers. But anyway, yeah. So it seems like a bit of hit and miss. But anyway, here we go. So the Easy A, it's a little different now. It's quite a bit more. We have 100% to stats and 3 key, but 100% to stats, period. This unit will have increased stats as well. So what are we talking? Coming in at 55%, it's not great. 9,500 is nothing special. Hey, 100% if you're having 12,000, pretty good. One dupe's always the most impactful, coming in at 10.7. 20,000 attack, actually. Wow. Coming in with one dupe, 20,000. 55% has a respectable amount of attack. So that's nice. So, I mean, it's under, realistically, under 11,000 these days now is kind of the threshold. It doesn't matter how many numbers are on here, it ain't going to matter. So 3 key is nice, 100% to stats. You still get 150 on super attack, only your start of turn has now, that actually will be massively buffed, both, because yeah, again, you've got the start of turn. Right, you greatly raise attack and defense. Well, that's nice, 50%, so that's already quite nice. So you'll get this, and then you get 50% of the new total. Okay, 70% chance to double your stats, and an additional 70% to double your stats. Interesting. Both of them can proc at 2 independent point in times. So, like previously, your numbers would wildly be different because you could have a rotation with neither, rotation with all, and a rotation with one. So that's something. At least when one procs, you still get the combined addition as if you had nothing, like on the previous one. So that is something, right? 50% chance to do an additional super attack. Okay, that's actually good because it now matters a lot, even just having the attack or defense. So that's nice. 50% chance to crit flat out. Okay, so sure, you know, they're going to hit somewhat hard. You know, you can't deny that. 30% chance to dodge built in now, because previously they did nothing. So that's nice. I mean, they were quintessentially all about dodging, right? And now they have some ability. 20% up to 100 in stats. Chance to dodge now goes up to 50 with each attack received or evaded. Oh, that's good. Chance to perform a crit, 30%. Reduce damage by 30%. When all allies in the same turn are Kamehameha. Oh, has the active skill changed? No. Okay, so that's good. What I like about this is you could use them as a floater as well. Could be quite nice. They have your 30% to dodge, but you build up, like you'd build up this. It's more reward than risk. Attack received or evaded. Chances are with 30% dodge, and you build up 10%. Right, okay, so you build up to essentially 80% dodge, but most likely you'll be relying on this. Once you've got hit a couple of times, you'll be up to 50%, and then you'll start to dodge, and then you'll take less damage while still building up all of this, right? Because you still get this, you still get the stats even on attack. It's just a dodge, but the dodge will kick in once you've got a bit more. That's nice. Reduced damage received by 30% really helps for the Kamehameha, which is what I mean by floaters. If you use them as a slot 3 unit, you will have your super attack. You'll have your 50% chance to do a super attack. You'll have your damage reduction, and then of course you'll start to. But then you could probably reliably take a hit or two. Takes you to around about 50-60% dodge, and then you'll be pretty good. I definitely don't see them any more than that. They're a great unit to tack on to relevant teams. So let's have a look. Allies in the same turn are Kamehameha, so realistically we got to have 2 others. This now kinda is irrelevant. Essentially, this is, if you're able to proc it, would allow you to control the battlefield on any particular turn, because you'll be able to dodge some certain attacks. Not that it's irrelevant, because previously that's how you build your stats, from the dodge, but now you could systematically choose, like you could open up a rotation into the final phase of a really tough fight and then choose to pop it there, which would be great. Sure. Yeah, of course. That's nice. Actually, I should touch on that. Has it actually changed prior? No, it's basically the same. I think it's now attack and defense for 2 turns. You just gotta have a Krillin in. Yeah, okay, so it's just for 2 turns. So strictly, we're looking at Kamehameha for the relevant teams. Okay, so Hybrid Saiyans, yes, that's easy done. Youth, easy done. Super Saiyans, easy done. Kamehameha, it's possibly going to be done. Yeah. Okay, so for literally, because like I would say then now the chances of getting your 30% damage reduction is going to be really, really high, because all of these teams work really, really well. In particular, these two just not long had their easy A's and are actually fairly good, especially if they go first. Nigh on unstoppable if they go first. So one of them would work, right? All of these are Kamehameha. In fact, absolutely every single one of these. We have 200% leads now, so that's really nice. We have a 180% lead here if you must. So again, every single one of these will, oh yeah, that's it. So every single one of these will proc, and it ain't going to be a problem. So using them correctly, they could be really systematic, and I mean, like, there are certain Super Battle Road stages, there are certain Fight and Legend events and certain other, I don't know what kind of tier missions they are, but you have got to use Gifted Warriors as part of them, and they are somewhat difficult. And having this unit on there now as a full 170 at the least, but just being able to dodge with some damage reduction is kind of nice. I must admit, it's going to be effective. But that's it. It's a solid unit. All the key links are just, all the links are just attack, so that's really nice, right? The teams are relevant. The units are relevant. I mean, there are a few older ones in here, but they still have use. There's a few good easy A's in here, which are linchpins for the survival, really. But again, it's fantastic teams. It's not bad. Really going to be well thought out. Downside, perhaps there's no support. Perhaps if there was another support outside of this conditional super attack, because Krillin, again, you're not going to run him on the team, but this you can. So if there was something else in here, maybe. But other than that, yeah. So solid, it's well built. I like it, and I don't really foresee any problems. But anyway, that's it for this video. I've been the Normal Playing Guy, and hey, I've been your favourite docking YouTuber. I might be, you never know. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, and bye bye.